Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on marketing management. Now, I know, it sounds kind of formal, maybe a little boring, but trust me, it's the secret story behind pretty much everything you own and love. So, let's jump right in. I mean, think about it, right? You're just chatting with a friend about some cool new shoes, and then later that day, boom, there's an ad for those exact shoes on your feed. Isn't magic? Nope, it's marketing. And by the time we're done here, you'll know exactly how that happens. Okay, first things first. Before we can understand the game, we've got to understand the playing field. And in the world of business, that playing field is called the market. The whole idea is actually super simple. The word market comes from the Latin marketus, which just means to trade. So a market could be the mall, an app on your phone, a website. Really, it's any space where someone who wants to buy something connects with someone who's selling something. And of course, not all playing fields are the same size. You've got your local markets, think about your neighborhood corner store. But then you have these huge national markets where a big brand is selling its stuff all across the country. The players can be different too. When you go buy a snack for your lunch, you're playing in the consumer market. But the factory that bought tons of flour and sugar to make that snack, they're in the producer's market. It's kind of like the same game, just in totally different leagues. All right, so you've got this giant, complex playing field with all these different sizes and players. The big question is, how does any company manage to stand out and get you to pay attention to them? Well, they do it with a game plan. You can think of it like their secret playbook. And in the world of marketing, this playbook is called the marketing mix. This is the absolute core of how they operate. And inside that playbook, there are 4 key strategies. They're famously known as the 4 Ps: product, price, place, and promotion. What are you selling? What does it cost? Where can people get it? And how are you going to tell them about it? Let's break down each one. So first up is product. And this is way more than just the thing itself. It's about the quality, the design, the packaging it comes in, and this is a big one, the brand name. You don't just buy shoes, you buy Reeboks. You don't just get a pen, you might want a Parker pen. That name, that feeling, that's all part of the product. Next up, price. And again, this isn't just the number you see on the tag. It's the whole picture. Are there any discounts? Can you pay in installments? The price is a powerful signal. It tells you if something is meant to be a special, luxury item or just an everyday bargain. Then we've got place. This is all about the journey. How does this product get from the warehouse all the way into your hands? Companies have to figure out the best way to distribute their stuff so it's right there, available for you, exactly when and where you want to buy it. And finally, promotion. This is probably the one you see the most. It's all the ads, the social media posts, the influencer shoutouts. Basically, any activity a company does to get the word out and convince you that their product is the one you should get. Let's actually zoom in on that third P for a second, place, because it can be one of the most complicated parts of this whole thing. Think of it like an epic road trip the product takes from the moment it's made all the way to you. So a really common journey looks like this. It starts at the producer, the factory, then huge batches get sent to a wholesaler, which is just a massive warehouse. That wholesaler then sells smaller amounts to the retailer. That's the store you actually go into. And the final destination? Step 4. It's you, the consumer. Now, some companies like to take a shortcut. Take a brand like Bata Shoes. They often have their own stores, right? So they're both the producer and the retailer. That's called direct distribution. It's a straight line from their factory floor to your feet. But for most of the stuff we buy, like groceries or medicine, you kind of need that longer journey. You need those middlemen, the wholesalers and retailers, to bring products from thousands of different companies all together into one convenient spot for you. So we've talked about the playing field, the game plan, the delivery route, but you know what? We've saved the most important, most powerful piece of the entire puzzle for last. Because this whole entire game, it's all about one person. You, the consumer, or as I like to call it, the final boss. So what is a consumer? Well, it's anyone who buys a product or a service. Simple as that. Every single time you buy a drink, download a game, or stream a show, yep, you're the consumer. And in this game, you're the one with all the power. And precisely because you have all of that power, there are actual rules, real laws, put in place to protect you and make sure companies treat you fairly. It's a pretty big deal. You can think of these as your consumer superpowers. You have the right to be safe from dangerous products, the right to get honest information, The right to choose from different options. The right to complain and be heard if something goes wrong. The right to get a problem fixed. And the right to be educated about all of this. These rights are so important because they make sure that you, the individual, are never powerless against a giant company. So if there's one thing to really take away here, it's this: know your rights. The more you understand them, the smarter and more powerful you become every time you shop. It's your ultimate tool in the marketplace. So, we've covered the market, the 4 Ps, and your incredible power as a consumer. I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. Now that you know the secret game plan behind all the stuff you see, how will you look at that ad or that brand or that price tag differently next time?